Well, as Hurricane Milton targets Florida, NBC's Lester Holt spoke with Tyler Payne, the mayor of Treasure Island, Florida, and they talked about the threat and the challenge of removing debris from Hurricane Helene before Milton strikes.
As we speak, we're 12, maybe 15 hours away from this thing starting to make landfall. These are kind of anxious minutes and hours right now. What's going through your mind?
Yeah, I don't know. My mind is fried from just going through a huge storm and preparing for it. It's really surreal to be staring this down. Everyone's exhausted. Our staff is exhausted. Our residents are exhausted.
Full coverage of Hurricane Milton ahead on NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
And we want to get you back to our chief meteorologist, Chris Holcomb, because, Chris, the storm is going to be here within a matter of hours. Is that correct?
It's going to be making landfall in Florida really this evening. It's going to make that official landfall a little earlier. We were thinking between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., but now we're thinking more like between 8 and 11 o'clock tonight for that official landfall to take place. Now, when I say that, I'm talking about the center of circulation moving in over land. But as you can see, Florida has already been experiencing the impacts from this system all day long. We had more than 50 tornado warnings in Central and South Florida a little bit earlier, but you can see those bands moving up all the way into that rain actually moving into the southern parts of the Georgia coastline. Here is a look at that center of circulation right here. We're beginning to see part of this eye wall right here getting closer to the coastline. There's Tampa, Fort Myers, Sarasota is right here. We think that eye is going to be moving in this direction, most likely a little bit to the south of Tampa, maybe near Sarasota there, but they're still going to be experiencing that storm surge, the heavy rain that they're already dealing with, and the winds are going to be getting stronger here throughout the evening hours as that eye moves just a little bit closer. So just look at all that heavy rain that's continuing to move in. Storm surge will be worse from Tampa Bay on down to the south toward Boca Grande, where we can see storm surge maybe higher than 12 feet. This is a live look right now in the Sarasota area. The visibility getting lower, the surf is rough, the wind is blowing the camera there, and that camera is only going to get worse there in the next few minutes as well. We've got the hurricane warnings in effect for the western side and the eastern side of Florida. Here's the track. Max winds at 120 miles an hour. That is a Category 3. We were saying we thought it would come down a little bit to a Cat 3 at landfall. We do think it'll maintain that Cat 3 status there, and then becoming a hurricane, a Category 1 hurricane, actually. Still hurricane strength inland there, just south of Orlando at about 2 o'clock in the morning, and then moving back out over the water, but it does weaken a good bit as it moves out over water. Now, you see the blue here along the Georgia coast and up into South Carolina. That's where we do have the tropical storm warning in effect. Now, again, it's not a landfalling system on the Georgia coast, but we're on the north end of the flow of Milton. So that's just going to wrap around some of that moisture and storm surge that'll be coming in to the Georgia coastline and those winds up at tropical storm force. The highest storm surge we think is going to be at landfall and just south of landfall here along the west coast of Florida. The purple color you see here from south of Tampa through Sarasota down toward Fort Myers. That's where we can see storm surge at 12 feet or higher. And then on the eastern side of Florida, storm surge up to 6 feet. And then along the Georgia coast, from Savannah down to the middle of the Georgia coast, maybe up to 3 feet storm surge. And then as you get closer to Brunswick and St. Simons, that's where that storm surge could be a little bit higher there. So you can see the storm moving across Florida, the rain along the Georgia coast and wind, but then check this out. By lunchtime tomorrow, all that's going to be out of Florida and the Georgia coast, and conditions will be getting better. We here in North Georgia and Metro Atlanta, not feeling any impacts. We're going to have sunshine, temperatures in the 70s. Look at those morning lows Friday and Saturday in the lower 50s. We're back to the lower 80s Sunday. Another front comes in Tuesday into Wednesday. A low rain chance late Monday into early Tuesday. And then look at those temperatures next week with highs only in the 60s on Tuesday and Wednesday.